All right, we're doing this without any script. So this guy, Coach Red Pill, recently had some discussions with Destiny and Vosh, and I was a little curious about this guy, so I started doing some research. Oh God, are we in for a treat tonight? So if we go to his channel, look at his videos, and sort by most popular, we see some kind of interesting stuff has risen to the top here. His number one thing, never date a single mother. Number two, recognize and avoid women who are damaged goods. And his number third most viewed, never date a girl over 25. Let's dive in, shall we? As you can see, I've already watched these three and some of the others. Yeah, let's do this.
Hugh Hefner recently died. Now, Hugh Hefner...
I am so sorry for the trauma I am about to inflict upon you.
Let's not kid ourselves. Hugh Hefner was a pimp. That's what he was. He was a pimp who...
Well, that's one way to put it.
Who, at the Playboy Mansion, what did he do? He brought together pretty young things with rich and powerful men so that they could frolic together like a good pimp, like a good madam at a bordello in New Orleans, you know?
Wow, okay. There was a little more to the Playboy industry than just that. Now that I think about it, though, I've never actually looked up what what the company does. Didn't they used to have a restaurant? Oh, wow. Literally just as I look up the Wikipedia page for this. In March 2020, Ben Cohen, CEO of Playboy Enterprises, announced that the spring 2020 issue would be the last regularly scheduled print issue, and the magazine would now publish its content online. The decision to close the print edition was attributed in part to the 2019-20 coronavirus pandemic. Oh my God. This virus is fucking killing everything. Oh, and look at that. Here's Bill Clinton and Donald Trump. Doesn't really matter.
So that they could frolic together like a good pimp, like a good madam at a bordello in New Orleans, you know? That's what the Playboy Mansion was. It was a whorehouse, you know? And I personally don't care one way or another. I wish I'd been able to go back in the good old days, but other than that...
Yeah. Yeah, you fucking... I bet you fucking would have, you weirdo. Maybe I'm like really normie or something, but I don't understand the appeal of that kind of thing. You know, like Hooters. What's the other one? There's one in downtown Phoenix. Tilted Kilt. Yeah. Is this a normie thing, or is this just like a not a completely sexist pig thing? I don't even know anymore.
Care one way or another. I wish I'd been able to go back in the good old days, but other than that, I could care less about the whole situation.
Couldn't care.
But my point, let's not kid ourselves as to who he was, okay? He had great taste in music and great taste in literature.
Oh, I just realized this whole setup, what he's wearing, the way he's sitting here talking, he's trying to act like he thinks Hugh Hefner is. He thinks he's a Hugh Hefner. Oh no.
And especially in journalism, but he was a pimp. And like a good pimp, you know, there are a lot of lessons to be learned from him.
Hold on, now I'm curious, because I've never actually like researched this before. Was Hugh Hefner a pimp? I called Hugh Hefner a pimp. He threatened to sue. Wow, that's a fun start. I'm gonna be honest, I always thought Hugh Hefner was like just some creepy old guy. When he died, I had like no sympathy. Yeah, this article is less of a pimp and more of a sexual predator. But hey, I guess that's appropriate for this guy.
A post at some future point about pimps, because I think that they are fascinating and very, there's a lot to be learned from them. Now, that being said,
what? Career envy, maybe?
There's something that happened to Hugh Hefner when he was like in his 50s, 60s.
He died.
He was dating some young thing. He started dating some young thing who was in her, like, she was 20 or 22 or something like that.
Ew.
And she said to him, when they just started dating, she said, I've never dated someone over the age of 24. And he replied, neither have I. Which I...
He's laughing, but like, that sounds kind of weird and gross. He's laughing because he's of the same mindset.
Witty on the one hand, and yet it's very interesting about what it reveals. Because like a good pimp, he understood women. See, that's the thing about pimps. They understand women. That's why you should pay attention to pimps. And
okay, yeah, this guy's clinically fucking insane.
Pimps. They understand women. That's why you should pay attention to pimps and study them. Because they understand women, and like any pimp, he understood that a woman over the age of 25, 27 on the outside, after that, they are fucked up and you don't want to deal with them ever.
Yeah, that sounds like it's code for over a certain age, they begin to get more mature and realize that people like you are just going to take advantage of them. Yeah, no, that sounds more like once women reach a certain age, they begin to recognize fucking predators like this and Hugh Hefner, and they're not going to let these people take advantage of them anymore. This guy wouldn't say that. It's the same thread he's tugging on.
Let me explain why. It's very simple. See, women are ruled by their emotions. No matter how smart the woman may be, no matter how educated, no matter how much degree she might have, a woman is ruled by her emotions, and she uses her intellect to rationalize what are essentially her
Oh my god, he really does think he's like Hugh Hefner.
Emotional decisions. She's ruled by her emotions on a second-to-second basis. That's why no woman can see a plan through for anything.
Yeah, look at Joan of Arc. She's fucking... she was burned at the stake.
The hormones get in the way. Okay, they make her change her mind. That's why women tend to be indecisive.
100%. This guy would have fucking lobotomized his wife if he lived in the 50s and 60s. 100%. Also, while we're at this, while he was talking with Vosh, he seemed to have a really, really strong visceral reaction to communism. I'd like to point out that if you didn't know this already, the Soviet Union was actually the first nation to ban lobotomies. This isn't me signaling my inner tanky side. This is just me bringing this up because I know he'd fucking hate it. Side note, I didn't realize this, but apparently lobotomies are still legal in the United States. I really never thought that. Some states have banned it, but of course it is. You know, just why not? Why not? Doesn't matter though. Let's just carry on.
That's the way it is. Now,
that is horrible timing.
That said, you got to keep in mind that women, their prime drive is to have children.
Whoa, you got a source on that, baby? No, we don't.
See, and as they near the age of 30, as that biological clock starts ticking ever louder, tick-tock, tick-tock, when they hit 30, they're out of their minds if they haven't had a kid yet. I mean, they really are.
What the fuck is... There's... Let's try that again. There's no way this guy has been with a woman that long to tell. This is the weird psychoanalytic stuff he was doing with the other people. What a great picture. Look at his stupid face. That's going to be in the thumbnail.
In the lead up to the age of 30, what starts to happen is that if a woman doesn't have a man locked down by the age of 27, she starts to change herself.
Yeah, okay, none of this is fucking true. There's some people out there who have like a weird feeling. They have if you're like raised in a big family, or you're like a super religious conservative family, sometimes there's like an expectation that you're gonna give them grandkids, or all your siblings are married and having kids. Sometimes you wanna there's like a an external pressure. But for the most part, nah, this is completely made up by sexist people to try to justify whatever weird ends they're getting at. If there really were sources behind that, there would be probably a link to it here in the description. That's where I would put it. That's what I do for my stuff. But there's nothing. It's just his fucking Patreon bullshit. All right, so what weird sexist thing are you going to justify to us? Huh?
She starts to change herself to pretend to be somebody that she is not in order to land a man.
Gee, I've never heard of anyone fucking doing that before. looking at you want to be Hugh Hefner.
I've seen it countless times. A woman at
Oh yeah, sure you have.
27, she acts a certain way.
I don't buy it.
A woman at 27, she acts a certain way, and it attracts men.
How many 27-year-olds have you been dating?
And then they start dating her, and then they start to realize that this woman is not what she pretended to be. She's changed herself and is pretending to be somebody completely different. It's like a Jekyll and Hyde show. Okay?
There's some weird Freudian stuff going on here.
Now, women younger than 27, well, actually, now that I think about it, no. Let me change that. It's not 27, actually it's 25. Now that I think about it a little bit more.
God, what a fucking creep. Look at that laugh on his face.
It's not 27, actually it's 25.
Actually, it's 25. I only fuck the young pussy. Look at this face. This is the face of a fucking groomer. This is the face of a pedophile piece of shit. Because older women who have been around a bit and are more mature and have experienced fucking predators, they're not going to stand up for his bullshit. That's why he's trying to justify he has to keep dating younger women because no one else will fucking waste their time with him.
Now that I think about it a little bit more carefully, after the age of 25, women start to panic about the fact that they don't have a man and they don't have a kid. The kid is the thing that sets the hormones off. The lack of the kid, of course.
No.
And so, of course, to have a kid, they need a man. They need a man to provide the resources to have the kid. Let's hope that the guy providing the resources is also the one who provided the genetic material for the kid, but that's not necessarily the case.
Whoa. Ooh. Wow. I get this is probably a dig at being a step parent, but man, that's kind of fucked up, my guy. What, you don't like adoption either, I bet.
And we'll get to that in some other video. I owe you guys a lot of videos right now, as I can see.
Oh, we'll get to it.
Anyway, my point is, you see, a woman past the age of 25 starts to really freak out about the whole baby thing.
Man.
So you can't trust a woman over the age of 25 to be presenting to you her actual personality, who she actually is. She's going to be presenting a role to you. The perfect girlfriend, loving and kind and decent. And she's going to go out of her way after the age of 25.
What?
You're dating a woman of that age, 25, 27, 29, 30. They are going to pretend to be somebody they are not.
The fuck are you talking about?
A girl under the age of 25, she's not going to have that hang up. She's not going to be thinking about her biological clock.
Wait. Is this like you dated some older person once and they were like really nice and friendly on the first few dates, and then after you were dating for a few months, then they kind of soured on you and got mean, or they didn't like you as much? Like is that what this is? And this is just you trying to justify it by dating younger people in an extreme reaction? People half your age? What is that what this is? But I bet you what's going on here though. He started dating some older woman, and then after they got to know each other for a while, they realized what a horrible, horrendous monster he was, and it really soured on him. And because of that, this entire YouTube channel of his is just an extreme hard reaction to it.
Because the biological alarm clock is not ringing, not yet.
Yeah.
Okay,
See,
it's got a few years.
He's got to pull out this weird pseudoscientific bullshit. He doesn't have anything real and concrete here.
So 24, 23, 22, They are who they are. You're never going to have to question if the woman is...
Yeah, that's a grooming argument. Oh my God. What, that's implying you can shape the minds of younger people. Oh my God.
pretending to be somebody who will hook you. The woman that she is at 22, 23, 24, that's who she actually is. Okay?
No.
So that's why you want to be dating a girl under the age of 25.
These camera angles are just annoying. Almost as obnoxious as his content.
Never beyond. See? I mean, you have no idea how many marriages I know. Guys started, dating.
Yeah, because if I was dating someone in their 30s, they might actually call the cops on me.
Dating some woman, she was 28, 30, married her, and then as soon as he married her and potentially knocked her up,
she got fat.
She became a completely different woman. Okay? Completely different. I mean, night and day, Jekyll and Hyde. I mean, black, white, or white, black. Black as the night. I mean,
is this racist? Or is this like weird Jordan Peterson bullshit?
just fucking awful. Do you want to be the recipient of that little transformation? Do you want to be on the receiving end of some insane bitch?
100%. This guy right here, I bet you, on one hand, he can probably count the number of times he's ever eaten a woman out. Guarantee it.
That you dated her when she was 27, 28, and she was this lovely girl. She was friends with all your friends, was super nice to your parents and all the rest of it. And then you marry her, you knock her up, and she goes out of her fucking mind because she was an awful person to begin with.
Or more likely, you were just an abusive sack of shit and, they had enough of it. Garbage goes in, garbage comes out. What you give out to other people, you're going to have pushed back onto you. That's how it goes.
And that's why she hadn't been able to lock down a guy by the time she was 27, 28, 29, and you rolled around. You see?
Man. This is some weird patriarchal... I don't understand what's going on in this. This is weird.
You see the danger of messing with a girl over the age of 25?
I see the danger of people listening to shitheads like you.
Video saying that over the age of 27, but now that I think about it better, just make it after the age of 25, safer.
Yeah, because right around after the age of 25, their brains they're more developed after 25. So you do younger, they're not developed. They don't quite know what they're doing yet. It's perfect for him to just... No, I'm sorry. Wait, he doesn't do that.
After the age of 25, don't mess with a girl over that age. 25, 24, 23, that's fine. She's going to be who she actually is. But over that, you never know. Yeah. Oh, shit. I'm going to have to change the thumbnail.
Yeah, okay. This guy's definitely a fucking pedophile. You gonna sue me, Coach Red Pill? Fucking do it. I don't care. I have nothing to lose. And that's just one video. Did a little bit of looking, found a Destiny thread. Yeah, about Coach Red Pill. This was from 2 years ago, before Destiny did a bunch of shrooms and decided to commit seppuku on his internet career. Anyway, some people have linked to some interesting stuff from this guy. Like this thread here. Relationships are beta, procreating is alpha. If you're not procreating, there is no point in having a relationship. I'm a 49 male, married, 2 acknowledged children, 2 unacknowledged children. What? As I've aged, I've found myself more and more impatient with relationships and have come to the conclusion that relationships are beta, procreating is alpha. Of course this guy's a fucking deadbeat dad. A man gets into a relationship in order to procreate, but the relationship is never an end in itself, only a means to an end. When a man is young, before age 30 say, his relationships are for all intents and purposes trial runs, test drives, pilot programs. They are not the real thing. This guy sounds like just a wonderful person to be in a relationship with. No, scratch that. Just a wonderful person in general. Once a man has established himself and has accumulated enough experience with women, I don't really see the point of going Tarzan-like from one relationship to the next if he's not procreating with these women. Is that... Hold on, what? Is that racist? I think that's racist. I don't remember the original story. I just remember the Disney movie. You know, he had one relationship there. Yeah, according to the Wikipedia, he only had one relationship. It was Jane Porter. What the fuck is this? What are you talking about? Where are you going? Tarzan, like, from one relationship to the next. Okay, so it's just racism then. That's the, Occam's razor that's the easy answer. Getting into a relationship, that is, living with a woman, setting up a place together, and so on, should never be the goal of a man. Rather, he gets into a relationship as a sacrifice in order to get sex, domestic comfort, and children? What? If a man isn't getting all three out of a relationship, then why bother? Just my 2 cents, you do you. First comment here. I can't figure out if you are racist or just high. This is like some weird, like, you need to see a therapist and talk about your mother, my guy. Listen, he does psychoanalyzing. I'm just a fun jab back at him. If you're not getting sex, domestic comfort, and children out of a relationship, then why bother? I don't know. Maybe because I like the person and they like me? Is that so wrong? This is on r/the red pill quarantine subreddit. In the fall of 1991, I was accused of sexual assault and sexual harassment in college. These were my mistakes. Were your mistakes sexually assaulting and sexually harassing someone? Oh god, this is really long. I don't want to fucking read all this. Yeah, okay, I don't actually care about this story. It seems a little weird when someone's like, I was accused of sexual assault, and we don't ever hear anything of the other side. Like, it's like you're just voluntarily offering this information. That's suspect. Story sounds weird anyway. My second mistake, not understanding the politics of the situation. This was back in 1991, when campus feminism was rearing its ugly head. I think I figured out the problem. Only recently had my college instituted a sexual assault and harassment counselor position. She was the one advising Alice during the proceedings. It was this woman's job to find men guilty. The Women's Resource Center, which had assisted Alice during this whole process, also existed in order to find men guilty. When people's jobs depend on finding a certain group of people guilty, they will find them guilty. Yeah. If you were falsely accused of something like this, whining about feminists is not gonna convince me you're being honest. Also of note here, just so y'all are aware of this, because context is important. Now, you look at this Destiny thread. Destiny himself was asking, who is Coach Red Pill? He wants to talk. Who is he? One of the things here is blah, 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 manosphere guy. Questionable whether you'd want to give him attention. He currently has 24 patrons and gets about 1,000 viewers a video. And this was 2 years ago. Now, let's go look at the Social Blade. We're going to get to this. Now, of course, he has hundreds of thousands of views, a couple of videos in the millions. This is a little different than what he used to be back then. Yeah, now he has 2,264 patrons. Okay, that's a lot more than 24. 2 years. 2 years. Let's look at the Social Blade stats. Oh, wow. Right around May, June 2018, he really started popping off. Man. Wonder what happened there. Let's take a look. Why being a young man sucks. This looks like it's where he popped off at 100,000 views. This was uploaded in May. January, February, March, April, May. Yeah, that's about right. Anyway, you look here, you can see right around here is where his views started popping up, which is followed by, in the meantime, the Coach and Benway podcast, 1.3K views. Yeah, okay, nobody cared about this, but they liked this stuff. But the video after that was Beta Orbiters, White Knights, and Cucks. 200,000 views. What's an incel? 100,000. All women are two women. 220,000. Is this where they inside you are two wolves? One of them is bi. and the other is Pan. Never be yourself. Really? We just watched a video of you saying you should date younger women because they are being themselves. What is it? What is it, huh? I'm beginning to think you have an internally conflicting ideology here. Yeah, okay. Basically, he really started popping off with incel content. 200,000 subscribers. Jesus. Is that what I need to do? Just post more incel content? I don't think I can put myself in that mindset. Hey, so I've been editing this and I just realized I forgot to do a Patreon raid. It happens sometimes. Anyway, in addition to the names on the screen, I'd like to thank Critch, Dios.
I wish I'd been able to go back in the good old days. Tick tock, tick tock.
What was that? Whatever. Elsie Hupp, Jari Pulamo.
It's not 27, actually it's 25. Tick tock, tick tock.
Maybe my college days are catching up to me. Susie M, and of course, Uncle Quail.
Do you want to be...
Wait a minute! I know what that sound is! That's Coach Red Pill! Good thing I'm prepared for people like this.